game with the very few pitches. Syndergaard matches him pitch for pitch, except that one inning, which took a little while to get out of it, with a couple of walks. Giants may have gotten a bad call. I thought he was safe on a Denard Stan stolen base, but having said that, really no damage anywhere we look. The first 6-7 innings of that ball game last night, the NL WildCard game, Giants and Mets in New York. Then, of course, the game gets interesting later on. Syndergaard has to come out. They bring Addison Reed in. He gets out. He had Bell struck out. They walk him. Home plate umpire last night was Winters. He had a bad game, too. So did Cedarstrom, by the way, the 94. Obviously, the base is loaded, and Penn strikes out. That takes care of Syndergaard. Really no issues at all for Bumgarner. He's mowing him down. A couple of longer innings in the middle frames, but he's got a good pitch count. Familia in the ninth, and, of course, the double by Crawford. I thought badly played by Cespedes. I thought that should have been a single. He took a bad angle of the ball. Are we shocked? Take a look at that. I don't know. I kind of thought maybe he could have cut that off a little better. He's a little lackadaisical. He's a weird outfielder. Not the case. Pagan does a terrible job not getting the bunt down. That is awful by Pagan. Then, of course, later on, the walk to Panic, good at bat. I think Gillespie hits the 3-run homer. The Giants end up winning the ball game. Familia now has blown a lot of saves. He gets too much abuse for some of those blown saves in the World Series last year. Hard to give him a blown save in Game 5 because Harvey's the one who got him in trouble. In Game 4, hard to give him a blown save there because the walks in the 8th inning gave him trouble. He's getting him, and then in Game 1 against Alex Gordon's a different story. But two of those blown saves last year were hard blown saves. But the two bookend ones are bad. Obviously, Game 1, and then, of course, the wild card game last night. You can't give up a home run to Connor Gillespie in that spot. Would have been very interesting to see how he would have handled it if, in fact, he had struck out Panic, and then they walked Gillespie. What Bochy would have done with Bumgarner. I know he said after the game he would have pitched Parker there and taken Bumgarner out. I wouldn't have liked that because then I would have had, if Parker doesn't get a base hit, I have Romo against Cespedes leading off the bottom of the ninth. That would have bothered me. And by the way, bottom of the ninth, you think Cespedes can take a strike? It's 3-0, leading off the inning on 2-0. I mean, is it asking too much? Who cares if he hits the ball out of the ballpark? Can you take a strike in that situation down by 3 runs? Again, I'm not here to go pound him. I'm not here to pound Terry Collins. He did the right thing as far as maneuvering with his bullpen. He had to take Syndergaard out after 7. I'm really here to praise the Giants, who just continue to do this on a day-in, day-out basis. 34-15 in the postseason since 2010. 9-0 in elimination games in their postseason run in the last 4 years. That's 3 in Cincinnati, 3 against the Cardinals. That's 6. The game against Pittsburgh is 7. Game 7 against Kansas City is 8. And now the game here last night, wild card game on the road. Bumgarner was at 23, 24 consecutive innings now in elimination games, 23, where he hasn't allowed a run. I mean, is he the greatest post-game interview in the world? No. No Giant fan cares. He is absolutely superior. The guy is carving an incredible niche as far as postseason pitching is concerned. He's going to the Hall of Fame the way it's going right now. Just a wonderful performance. Bochy's already in the Hall of Fame. And San Francisco is San Francisco. They are now a live team in this series. We'll get to the Cubs in a minute. This, by the way, also erases blowing a postseason, blowing a divisional championship as far as the second half is concerned. Does anybody care in America now that the Giants at one point were basically 25-41 before the night streak at the end of the year? Does anybody care? Does you care? Do I care? Does anybody care about the Giants' collapse in July and in August? The fact the Padres walked in there in the middle of September and swept them. Does anybody in America care? Nor should you, because now they're on the Wrigley Field here with new lights getting ready for the Cubs. As far as the Mets are concerned, hey, listen, they had a very good year. I mean, I'm not going to pick on the Mets. They had a million injuries. They were in major trouble there in middle of August. They won 2 in the Giants in San Francisco, 2 in St. Louis. Obviously, they got a little break with the schedule. Twins, Reds, and Phillies down the stretch. They capitalized. They didn't do anything last night that you can kill them on as far as managerial scenarios a la Buck. They didn't blow the game, and they didn't have a lead and let the game slip away. This is anybody's ball game in the 9th inning. Sort of a very easy game to predict. We just predicted the home run to the wrong team. We all thought this game was going to be 1-1 in the 8th. As it turned out, it was 0-0. We thought Cespedes did the home run instead of Connor Gillespie. I mean, that's essentially what we thought, right? And as it turns out, the Giants get the W. I can't kill the Mets. They had a nice finish to their season. They made the postseason. They had a little juice in their ballpark on the Wednesday. This is not a day we kill the Mets. This is a day we look at San Francisco and praise them. Now, on the more upward and onward as far as the Giants are concerned. And let me do this now because I'm going to have fun with it now the next couple of weeks. I love Verducci. We all know that.